Success has no boundaries when it comes to age because greatness is not restricted by the number of years you have lived. Too often, people limit themselves by thinking that they are either too young to be taken seriously or too old to start something new. These beliefs act like invisible chains that hold back potential and stop dreams from being pursued. The reality is that history is filled with examples of people who achieved their biggest milestones at every stage of life, both early and late. The only difference between those who achieve and those who don't is the mindset they carry. When you believe that age is only a number, you open yourself up to possibilities that others might ignore. Growth doesn't have an expiration date, and dreams don't have deadlines. The world tends to glorify overnight success stories, but behind every achievement lies years of effort, setbacks, and persistence. Whether you are 20 or 60, the moment you decide to take action is the moment your journey begins. There is no rule that says success must happen at a certain point in your life. Every person's timing is different, and that uniqueness makes each journey special. If someone tells you it's too late, remember they are speaking from their limits, not yours. What matters is how much belief you have in yourself and how much effort you are willing to invest. Time only becomes a barrier when you let it, but if you embrace it as a companion, it becomes your greatest ally. One of the most powerful truths is that skills and wisdom grow richer with time. Someone who starts late in life often brings more experience, resilience, and perspective than someone who begins early. Instead of seeing age as a weakness, it can be turned into a strength. Youth may bring energy, but age brings clarity, and both are equally valuable on the path to success. The moment you stop attaching limits to your years, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Age doesn't define your ability to dream, create, or achieve. It only defines how much time you've had to prepare for the journey ahead. That preparation can become your biggest advantage. The idea that growth is timeless is empowering because it means every day is a chance to begin again. No matter where you are in life, you can still set goals, chase dreams, and create impact. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect age. It comes to those who start despite the doubts around them. People who dare to take risks at any stage often inspire others to break free from their own limitations. Your story might be the example that proves to someone else that it's never too late to chase what they want. When you understand that age doesn't matter, you realize that your journey has only one true measure: the courage to keep moving forward. Consistency is the silent force that shapes extraordinary success because it is not what you do once in a while that matters, but what you commit to every single day. Too many people wait for a perfect moment of inspiration, hoping that one big effort will change everything. The truth is that success is rarely built in sudden bursts. It is built in the quiet, repetitive actions that may seem small but eventually create something powerful. When you decide to work on yourself daily, you develop habits that slowly change who you are. These habits compound, and over time they separate those who succeed from those who only dream. Each day you invest in yourself, you make small deposits into the bank of your future, and these deposits eventually turn into wealth, whether in knowledge, skills, or opportunities. Working on yourself daily does not mean achieving perfection. It means showing up even on the days when motivation is low. Discipline becomes more important than inspiration, because waiting for the perfect mood only wastes time. Growth is built in the moments when you push yourself to do what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. These moments strengthen your character and teach you resilience. The more consistent you become, the less you rely on willpower alone, because your habits carry you forward. This is why successful people often appear tireless. They don't depend on bursts of energy. They depend on systems they built over time. Every small action has the power to transform when it is repeated with purpose. Reading just a few pages a day, practicing a skill for a short time, or exercising regularly may seem insignificant at first, but when these actions are done daily, they compound into massive results. A person who reads 10 pages every day will finish multiple books in a year, gaining knowledge that can change their outlook and decisions. A person who invests just a little time into mastering a skill daily eventually becomes an expert. These examples show that daily effort multiplies results, while waiting for big leaps only creates disappointment. Success is not one giant leap forward. It is 1,000 small steps taken with commitment and focus. Too many people underestimate the power of steady progress, yet steady progress is the foundation of greatness. Think of it like planting seeds. One seed may not look like much, but when you plant and water them every day, they grow into a forest. The same applies to personal growth. The seeds you plant in yourself through daily discipline eventually grow into opportunities, confidence, and success. That growth is not sudden, but when it finally shows, it feels unstoppable. Life never stands still, and those who succeed understand the power of reinvention. The world changes every day, and clinging to who you once were only holds you back from who you can become. Reinvention means letting go of old versions of yourself that no longer serve your growth. It is about having the courage to unlearn habits, beliefs, and routines that keep you stuck and replacing them with new ones that align with where you want to go. Too often, people fear change because it feels uncomfortable, yet discomfort is the very space where transformation happens. When you choose to embrace reinvention, you choose progress over comfort. It is a decision to stay relevant in a world that rewards those who adapt. Reinvention is not about abandoning your identity, it is about expanding it. Each time you reinvent yourself, you add new skills, new perspectives, and new strengths to who you already are. Just like technology updates improve a device, self-updates improve your ability to handle life. This process requires humility because it means admitting that what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Those who resist change eventually get left behind, while those who embrace it continue to grow. Reinvention is the reason some people remain successful across decades, because they refuse to let the world outgrow them. The willingness to evolve is more powerful than any single achievement. Staying relevant means becoming a lifelong learner, someone who is curious enough to explore and disciplined enough to keep improving. Reinvention requires you to step into unfamiliar territory, often making you a beginner again. While this can be intimidating, it is also liberating, because being a beginner gives you space to learn, grow, and discover new sides of yourself. It means accepting that failure might happen, but choosing to see failure as part of growth rather than the end of it. The more you reinvent yourself, the more you realize that failure is simply feedback, guiding you to better paths. Reinvention is not a single event, but a continuous process of self-discovery. The world belongs to those who are adaptable because opportunities favor the prepared. Reinvention ensures that you are always prepared, no matter how the environment shifts. It allows you to seize chances that others overlook because you are constantly upgrading your mindset and skills. People admire those who can rise from setbacks, transform themselves, and come back stronger than before. That admiration comes not from perfection, but from the bravery to evolve. Reinvention is the art of saying, "I am not finished yet." It is proof that growth has no deadline and success has no age. The moment you choose to reinvent yourself, you prove that you are unstoppable, and that is what keeps your journey alive and thriving. Every person's journey is different, and the first step to real success is learning to trust your own path. Too often, people fall into the trap of comparison, measuring their progress against someone else's timeline. This creates doubt and insecurity, as if their efforts are not enough, because someone else seems to be moving faster. But the truth is, success has no single route, and each journey carries its own lessons. Believing in your path means respecting the pace at which you grow. Understanding that what is meant for you will come if you stay consistent. When you let go of comparison, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters. Becoming the best version of yourself. Working on yourself daily is an act of faith in your own potential. Each day, no matter how small the effort, builds a stronger foundation for the future you want. Believing in your journey means trusting that these small steps will eventually lead to a bigger picture, even if you can't see it yet. Many people give up too early because they expect instant results, but patience is the quiet partner of success. When you honor your process, you develop resilience, and resilience becomes your greatest strength. Success does not belong to the impatient, it belongs to those who trust that their time will come. Every obstacle you face is not a punishment, but a lesson designed to prepare you for greater achievements. When you believe in your journey, even failures take on a new meaning. They stop being endings and instead become stepping stones. A setback may slow you down, but it doesn't define the end of your story. The more you accept challenges as part of your growth, the stronger and more confident you become. Believing in your journey means knowing that even the hardest moments are shaping you into someone capable of handling bigger victories. That belief keeps you moving when others might quit. Ultimately, success is not about being the youngest, the fastest, or the luckiest. It is about being consistent and refusing to give up on yourself. Your journey is proof that dedication and belief can outlast any obstacle. When you work on yourself daily and hold faith in your path, the world eventually has no choice but to notice. Success comes to those who trust their timing, embrace their growth, And never let age or comparison stop them. Believing in your journey is not just about reaching a destination. It is about living with the confidence that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to the life you dream of.